Hello and welcome back to Harvest and Home UK. Today I thought I'd do a little February check-in with what I'm sowing this month and what's coming along nicely, and keeping it real, what's already been a complete flop. February always seems like that bit of an in-between month. You're itching to get started, the seed packets are calling, but the weather definitely hasn't got the memo. So I'll show you what I'm starting now, what I maybe jumped the gun on a bit, and what I'm going to be doing if all else fails. So grab a cuppa and let's get stuck in. Welcome to my germination station. So I thought I'd just run through with you today some of the things that have quite clearly germinated and come up, and some of the things that I'm not sure what's going to happen with them. So I also do want to do today some of the seeds that I found in the box that was over in our makeshift polytunnel, and I'm going to do a little experiment where I'm going to do one lot of new fresh seeds and one lot from there, just in case they don't work, because they might not be viable. So I think the first thing that I need to do really is run through these chilies with you. So the hot lemon that I got, they were from Just Seed. As always, I absolutely love all of the seeds from Just Seed. They all germinated, absolutely every single one of them, absolutely brilliant. The Ramiro chocolate, which was from She Grows Veg, they have all germinated, so that's really good. The Zimbabwe black, which I can't remember where I got them from, I've had 3 germinate out of them, so that's good. At the moment, none of my sweet peppers, which were the California Wonder, have germinated. None of the Tangerine Dream have germinated. And I've just noticed, as I've just been starting now, I've got a tiny one jalapeno plant coming up. So yeah, so my basket of fire, they were old seed. I've got 2 come up, so I'm quite happy with that. If I can just bring those 2 on, that will be enough. So I think today what I'm going to do is replot these on first of all, and then keep them under this light, and then I'm going to do some of the other bits that I was saying about. These here are the exhibition onions that I got, the Galacticus. Now some of them were really quick to germinate, really quick. They were too quick because they just died off. The ones that actually germinated a few weeks later, or a couple of weeks later, they've actually lasted a lot better and are doing very well. I don't think they're doing very well, they're doing okay, but again I think they need a bit of repotting, so I'm going to get them done. I'm also going to sow a big batch of some of my other onions. I've decided now I'm going to call it a day with these little seed starting trays, and I am going to just do a big batch of onions in one of these bigger trays and see how we go, because I'm just going to do loads and see how we get on. I said earlier on in the at the end of last year that this year I'm definitely going to be planting with purpose, and that is more so that I want to make sure I've got enough of everything. I've already got about 50 onions growing over at the plot. Again, you're not guaranteed to get all of them that are going to go all the way through to fruition. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to overplant, because I want to make sure I've got enough. What I don't want to do is run out like I have this year and not have enough. So part of my planting with purpose is to make sure I'm planting enough of what I need. So first of all, I'm going to get these onions out into individual pots. Let's get that job done. I picked up these. These are the ones that, the pots that degrade, so you can pop everything in there and then you can pop the whole thing into the ground. It was just one random packet. They were in, I can't remember, B&M I think, or no, Home Bargains. So they were in Home Bargains, but they only had 1 packet left. So I picked them up, and I've managed to get some of them wet, but I'm just going to go along with that and see what we can get going. So let's count how many I've got. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 really, because these two look like they're not going to do much. So 6, 7, 8, 9. Lovely, excellent. Now what I'm using is still some seed starting soil, but it's got a little bit of all-purpose mixed in with it, and also some vermiculite or perlite, whichever you want to use. A lot of places you can pick that up from garden centres. They sell it in the bag sometimes. We buy ours at our allotment site. Have got a little shop, and it's open on a Sunday between 10 and 12. It's the only time that it's open, so we all go down there and pick up our bits, because they buy it in bulk and then split it up into little bags, so that's really, really handy. So I'm going to start filling these up and getting those transplanted. I've never done like an exhibition onion before. I've always thought to myself, you know, I just want to grow what I'm going to eat. And I mean, we will eat them, obviously, but I just liked the look of them. I really wanted to try a bigger onion. Last year I did a part of a grow along, and we did, I can't remember what that was called now. There was a nice big onion that we all grew along with. This isn't that. I'm just decided that I wanted to give it a go really and try and grow these, because I saw them and liked the look of them, and they were not overly expensive. So if I can get 9 really decent big onions, that would be, it's just good. It's nice to grow a massive variety of something, isn't it, sometimes, rather than just all your bulk standard. So yeah, I thought I'd give it a go. Right, let's get some of these out then. So I think I'm just going to push that down and start over here. Oh, actually, I've got 10, because I've got that little one up there. I don't think I counted him. These seed starting trays with the Charles Dowding ones, they are really good, but my finger gets stuck in the bottom when I'm trying to poke it out. So the beauty of these pots is that now that that is potted up, hopefully we can just pop that in the ground as it is. Once it's ready to go out, obviously. These quite often break because they get very, very tall. You can trim them as well if you want to. I'm just going to take the top of that off. We don't need that. Tiny, tiny little onion. He came out of his cell, so I'm just going to pop him in like that and see how he goes. Okay, I've got those other pots too wet and I can't actually get them apart, so I think I will leave that one, and then the rest of this tray can just be got rid of because it's taken up space and light and we don't need that. Right, okay, let's move on to these guys. So I'm just gonna put these over here, I think. Get them out of our way for a sec. Going to give everything a good water all at the end. Right, so I think these are going to go into these pots now. So let's move some of this around. Okay, I'm going to get these filled. Same pot and mix as before. Okay, so let's get some of these out then. So if I don't get any more of the basket of fires to germinate, I'm definitely going to keep those two. They can stay in here for a little bit longer because I think they need to get a little bit bigger. These ones are getting a little bit leggy, so I'm going to get those out today. But do I want to do all of them? Do I need all of them? I wasn't expecting all of them to germinate, and they have. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 because there was 2 seeds in that one. And then that worries me because I think, was that a seed that wasn't one of those that I didn't realise? So let's just do it. Let's just get a couple of trays done of these. Finger stuck again. What I'm going to do is, because they're together in here, and I don't want to start off a separate tray just for one thing, I'm going to pop them in together and see how they go. And then at some point I might have to take away the weakest one. And then that's got the, because they're all the same, I don't need to write another thing because these are all hot lemon in here. So then I've got a nice new tray of hot lemons ready to go to get bigger. Right, let's move on to the Ramiro chocolate. Again, I've got one that's got 2 seeds in it, so I'm going to keep them together because, again, I think I did drop some at some point and I wasn't sure where they all went. So it could be that a couple of those might be jalapenos, or they might be one of the California Wonder. I'm not sure, so I'm going to just bring them on just so that I can see. Right, so that's the hot lemon and Ramiro chocolate. So the Zimbabwe blacks, really I could do with getting them in, and I've got some smaller tubs here. So I've got 3 of those, so I'm going to get them in. Now I don't know where I got all of these pots from. A lot of them have been from over the years, and as soon as I pot stuff on, I save them and use them as many times as I possibly can. Right, Zimbabwe black. Some of these are tiny still, but I just need to get these trays out of the way now. Lovely. No, that's not starting. What I'll do is I'll keep these up here and see, because sometimes with peppers they do take a long time to germinate. I mean, this one has literally only come through in the last couple of days, and yet that one's been up for nearly 2 weeks. And again, like I said, this jalapeno here, oh, and I think there might be another one coming there that I didn't see. They've just taken ages, so I will leave them here to carry on germinating. Right, so that's those ones done. I'm going to move them out of the way for now. They can go down in this little one, ready for some water, and then what I'll do later on, I'll show you how I've set all this up, and I'll move that up here. Right, okay, so what I'm going to do with my Walla Walla onions is I'm going to fill up one of these, and I'm just going to sprinkle them all over the top and see how many I can get to germinate. I had a packet of 1,000. Obviously, I'm not going to use 1,000. Depending on the germination rate, we'll just see what happens. So let's move that over here. actually, I might use that for the cabbages. Use this one for those. So this is a little tray again, don't know where I picked it up from, but it's got the bottom tray that's got no holes in that you can put water in, and then that one's got little holes in the bottom that you can sit in inside it. They're brilliant things like this because you can get as many done in one little thing as you can. And then the vermiculite or the perlite, whichever you want to use, those little balls, they keep the moisture in the soil and stop it from getting claggy. Right, where are my onions? Look at this. How many is in there? I'm going to put them all in because I think I have had these a couple of years, so I just want to make sure. I don't want to waste them. I'll just give them a go, and if I've got to give onions away, I'll give onions away. There's so many. I'm sure that not all of them are going to germinate, so and when they start coming up, I might have made a mistake, but you know, we'll thin them out and do what we need to do. You can also do leeks at this time of year, but I never really have much luck with leeks for some reason. I know that they're the same sort of thing as an onion, so I tend to buy those as plug plants because we've got a really good nursery. I know I've mentioned them a few times now, called Neil's Nursery in Wickham, and they are really good for the plug plants. Right, again, I'm going to give all of this a good watering in all together at the end. So that's that tray done. Okay, so I'm going to move that off of here just for a second. My dining room table's getting full up. Right, okay, so the next thing that I wanted to try and get done was the two different types of seeds. So what I've decided to do, so this one here is called Garden Pack, and it was in that box of seeds that was over at the makeshift polytunnel. Like I said, I don't know if these are viable, so I'm going to give them a go. But what I've also done is got myself just from the supermarket some snowball cauliflower. They're exactly the same one, so it's called early snowball, this is snowball, the same thing. So I'm going to run them side by side because I don't want to only sow them. I mean, again, if they all germinate, fantastic, I'll have a bumper crop and I'll be able to give some away as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that in these. So this is the same sort of thing as that black one, so it's got these smaller trays that you can fill up with dirt, or that you can fill up with compost, and then you've got this bottom one that you can put water in. These also do have these lids that have been outside, so they're a bit dirty, so I've got to get them a little thingy, but they just sit nicely on top like that, and then you can open them or lower them, or open them or close them, should I say, so that you can keep some moisture in there and keep the heat in. So that's what I'll be doing with these. So I'm just going to get them all filled up, and then we'll do one side with one and one side with the other pack. Right, okay. This is exciting. I'd love them all to germinate. Can you imagine if they're all still viable? That would be so good. But if they're not, I'm not going to moan. It was a free box of seeds. Okay. So let me get my labels. Okay, lolly sticks from the summer. We like lollies. And first of all, I'm going to be doing the cauliflower. So let's get this one. So obviously this side, the left hand side, is going to be for the garden pack ones from the polytunnel. Oh. Right. I'm literally just dropping them onto the top of the soil, and then I'll cover them over. And again, I'll do it a bit like the other ones, where I'll just separate them if I need to, if they all germinate, because I don't know what's going to happen. So that side is, I'm going to put PT at the top, PT cauliflower, so we know it's from the polytunnel. So that's that side, and then this is the new pack, so they should definitely germinate. If they don't, I've done something wrong. Not quite so many in there. I'm going to put some back actually, because I, don't want to waste them, and I don't need that many cauliflower. So that is new collie. Never had much luck with cauliflower, so fingers crossed. Right, so that's those done. Next, I'm going to do cabbages. Now, I've been told that this year is the year of the cabbage. Don't know what that means, but apparently it's good. So if you want to get yourself some cabbages in, this year's meant to be the one. So these two were from over the allotment in that box. We've got, I don't even know if I can if I can pronounce these. They sound German. So one's Landigerbawa and the other one is Dithmarsha Fura. So I'm going to try those. So what I'm going to do is, in this one, I'm just going to do it in 3, and then this is just a normal Savoy from the shop. So I'll get them sown. It's probably a little bit early for cabbages and stuff, but they're going to be in here, keep them warm until they go out, so I'm not really too fussed. Okay, let's get this one filled up. I'm running out. I might have to make some more up in a minute. Lovely. A little pat down. So I think we'll do, what I'll do actually is I'll look these up in a minute and put little pictures down here whilst I'm sowing, so that you can see what they are. I mean, to me, cabbage is cabbage. I'm not really fussed, but I just like cabbage and leek together. It's one of my favourites. I normally chop it all up and then freeze it when it's all done. So I'll pick them all, chop them all, shred it all up, put it in together, and then freeze it, and we have it with Sunday roasts and chicken and stuff like that. So that was the first one. So that was cabbage, and that was Bewar, B-E-W-A-R. The good thing about me doing these videos is that when I forget what I've done or something gets rubbed off of a label or whatever, I can just go back and watch it. It's great. Right, this one I'm going to do in the centre is Fura. I've never really done a lot of cabbages or broccoli or cauliflower and things like that because we've never really had a brassica sort of cage before. But last year we did do the little tiny one. But I'm actually going to be taking that off and doing some potatoes in there, I think. But this year we have got on the new plot, we've got that brassica cage. So I'm going to stick these in there. And hopefully I'll be able to get it nice and full of things like that. Oh, don't forget to label. Cabbage. F-U-H-E-R. I mean, I'm thinking that might be something like January King. I don't know. And then these ones are my savoys. Savoys in. Lovely. Let's get that covered over. Lovely. So that's that experiment in. Right, what else are we going to do today then? Bear with me, let me have a little look. I was just thinking, I can't find them, and they're up there. Right, that was just to show you those. So the cucumbers that I've picked up this year from Just Seed are cucumber mini munch, because I want to have lots of little picking ones, and then I've got my normal national gherkin. I love gherkins. Last year we didn't actually get a single gherkin, and so I've definitely got to get them off to a good start this year because I've got one jar of gherkins left from the year before. Let me show you that. I've just got one jar left. Look. You can't see it. I've just got one jar left. Oh, they're so yum. But I literally have them with burgers. And I normally do the ones that are skewered, and I have them in like my salads and stuff. But oh, so nice. Right, okay, so let's start off cucumbers. In fact, how many of these have I got? I appreciate that everyone does these things differently, and some people want to start them off in individual ones, but you know, I would do that, but I haven't got them at the moment, and I've just got these, and I thought I'm going to use them. So first of all, gherkins. I'm going to do 4 gherkin seeds. Not one of them went back in the thing. I'm excited about those. Right, okay, so is there another gherkin variety I could try? I mean, I've only ever done the national ones, but I am thinking that maybe I could try a different variety at some point. What would you recommend? Let me know. also cucumber varieties. So this one is the mini munch, but I have also got, I picked this one up the other day, and this one is moneta. So I've got to plant some of those as well. But yeah, I don't know this, because I know these can be spiny at times. But these ones look really, really smooth, so I thought I'd get those. One of the things that I really like about Just Seed, I think I said this in a couple of videos ago, is that you don't get thousands and thousands of seeds in one packet. You're just not going to use them all, and so you don't need them. So sometimes you think, oh yeah, I've got 250 of those seeds for a fiver from somewhere, but are you really going to use 250 of them? So actually, if you whittle it down to what you're actually going to use, you're spending £4 or £5 on something that you're only going to have one or two of. Whereas this Just Seed is a little bit cheaper, and you don't get quite so many. So again, you don't have to keep them all behind all the time. You can just use fresh seed each year, and you know it's going to be viable. I'm going to do 4 of these as well. I'm looking forward to those mini munch for my salads. Okay. I'm going to get them off to a really good start. Right, let's try these monetas. The only reason I'm sort of doing 4 of each at this point is because if they do fail, then I've got a couple to go fall back on. So I can always try again in a couple of weeks' time. Lovely. That's that done as well. So I think that is going to be it for today. That's all the things that I want to get in now. Over the next couple of weeks, I am going to be sowing more, so I will take you along with that. I might have a little look at maybe just if the jalapenos and the sweet peppers don't germinate at all, I'll probably just buy plug plants for those. I'm not going to muck about trying to start them off again any later now. And I've got loads of plants, loads of seeds for flowers this year. I don't normally do flowers, I normally just do my fruit and veg, but I'm trying to get that cottage garden off to a good start. So I'm going to do a tray probably next week or the week after of different flowers that I can put out. So yeah, we'll see about that. I also need to start the herbs off at the end of this month. I've been using Just Seed on my allotment for a while now, and I've always had really good results, especially for my everyday veg. Since filming, they've actually kindly given me an affiliate link, which means if you choose to order through it, I'll earn a small commission at no extra cost to you. I only ever share things that I actually use and love, and this one felt like a perfect fit for Harvest and Home UK. So, if you're planning your next sowing, the link is in the description. If you're sowing along at home, hopefully this gives you a few ideas, or at least reassures you that it's not just you when things don't go to plan. Right, I think that's me done. So, I'm going to leave it there for this week. I do have my Wednesday vlogs now, so if you're new to gardening or you just want a little bit of inspiration or an extra couple of tips, that's what I do on a Wednesday evening. And then these Sunday vlogs are a little bit more cosy and what I'm doing each week. So yeah, it's been lovely for you to spend a bit of your Sunday with me, and I'll see you next week. Take care.